Hey guys, we're live. We're live coming to you from, well, actually guys, the house is being fumigated. So I'm actually currently in a motel room, roach-free motel room. So yeah, that is kind of how it works out. You know what I mean? So guys, I've got to tell you honestly, you've got to be a bit careful with with those carpet beetles. Don't let them get out of hand like I did. Okay, so guys, I really would like to get some people on the super chats there. I'd like to get some people on here, so I am going to invite some guests on here. I got to tell you, I want to say a very special thank you to Showcase Watches. I've had quite a few amazing shows with him. He's a really cool guy. And he kind of is the new modern collector. He's under 40. He's highly ambitious with his collecting. He's not afraid of the quick flip. If he can make a buck, he's not afraid of the quick flip. He will flip things for profit. He's nobody's fool. And the best thing about him is that he is he's in the UK, which gives us a different perspective. We get a different perspective. And a very special hello to Blue Shirt Buddha. Blue Shirt Buddha. Let's have a look what's happening here on the channel. We got Yankee Doodle, $2. Yankee Doodle Doo. Thank you, Yankee Doodle. Just having a quick look here at the live stream. Guys, I'm broadcasting, and I gotta tell you, I left the camera at home, so I'm hoping to get some other guys in there. So I do apologize for that visual inconvenience. Sword, Soud, I think it's pronounced Soud, $2. Thank you indeed there. That is a very generous super chat there. I do appreciate that. And then we've got Full of Mischief, $5. Hey Arch, what's your opinion on wooden watches? Yeah, good question. It's like wooden boats. I love wooden boats. Wooden planes, yeah, they're cool, but I don't know if wood can really be a long-term solution. You know what I mean? I mean, I tend to think steel is what you make a car out of. You don't really use wood unless it's a Morgan. Do you use wood in a watch? I don't know if you should really do that. Wood in a watch? I kind of get the feeling wood. What does wood do? I don't know if you use wood. Do you use wood? Yeah, not 100% sure on that one. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one. I don't think that's the... Oh, here we go. Look at this. Sold, $20. Art, just bought the Breguet traditional 7067 and need your valuable opinion on this piece. Let's get that baby up on the screen. 7067, I think it was. 7067. Let's just have a look here. So this is a very 7067. Okay, let's get this baby on the screen and let's talk about this delightful critter. This is one of the most beautiful traditional Breguets. So let's get it up on the screen here. So this is the Breguet. Here we go. We can see it on the screen here. The 7067. Absolutely amazing. So it's how would you put it? The craftsmanship, very, very traditional Breguet. I think it's probably one of the, it's just so classic Breguet. Very old school. When you're looking at this sort of watch, this is kind of a it's an 1800s type watch. Okay, I know wristwatches didn't come out until the early 1900s, that's correct. But coin edging, this is so many characteristics that you see this, so many vintage type characteristics. The lugs are very traditional. They're straight lugs. There's no Rococo lugs here. This is very conservative lugs. And what do I think? I think it's absolutely amazing. We'll come back to you in a minute. Eric Med, $5. Archie, how do you feel about doing live express reviews on the channel? Hey, I don't mind doing anything. I am getting back into the paid reviews. Please don't think I've abandoned you guys. I am going to do them. I've just had some personal problems. It's been tax year, and I've had to move some furniture behind the scenes. I've had some personal issues there, but I really do like the paid reviews. I am going to catch up in the next 2 weeks. Okay, there's no question of that. I've just had some issues to deal with. Yankee Doodle, $5. What do you say to a woman who lies about her age and shows up on a date site looking 10 years older? FMD. Look, we all lie. We all lie, okay? We all want to present our best foot forward. We all want things that we don't have, okay? As we age, we look back on our younger days and we realize we've wasted that time. I don't think, I personally always like older ladies, so it's really not a big problem. Do you lie about some of your habits? Like, did you quite tell her you pick your nose in the car? You know, we've all got annoying things. I wouldn't be too critical. I think if you're in a dating site, if you're on a dating site, if you are trying to, you've got to expect a little bit of poetic license. You've got to expect a poetic license. That's a given. Just be, you know, just take it for what it is. You know, the art of being a gentleman, you shouldn't really mention that. Just move forward. Is she a nice person? Does she have a Mercedes-Benz SL? More important questions: how old is the SL? What is the mileage? And does it have that problematic suspension system? Don't worry about her, okay? Does the SL have that floaty, you know, that air suspension? That can be a horror to fix. The Benz dealers will charge several $1,000s per corner to get that right. That is a bigger concern than whether she's lied a little bit. We all lie a little bit. Do you lie on your taxes? That's another question. Okie dokie. Aunt G, here we go. Aunt G, Arch, Breguet Type 20 is an everyday piece. Look, I don't think the Type 20 is a terrible piece. It is a delicate horology type watch. It's probably the entry-level horology, the cheapest horology watch you can buy, particularly on the pre-owned market. You've just got to treat it with respect. It ain't no Submariner. It ain't no Tudor Black Bay. This is quite a delicate type watch. And I got to be honest with you, you've got to be respectful. It's not waterproof. The black on the bezel itself, it's got black paint that will come off under abuse. The Breguet steel is not Rolex steel, 904L steel. This is softer steel. So there are some issues there. But as an everyday piece, if you are a phone jockey or you are a white-collar worker, it's quite an okay piece. Rolex is better because it's waterproof and very, very durable. Getting back to this Breguet 7067, absolutely, positively beautiful. This is an amazing watch. It is. I'm attracted to the 7067 like I am to the Lang A1. It's just absolutely classic Breguet or classic Lang, and this is. It's just. How do I put it? It is superb, absolutely superb. How could you not love that watch there? Okay, we've got another super chat in there. Thank you so much, Tan the Man. $5. Archie, I've added you to the Tim Mosso fans group on Facebook. How come you haven't posted here about your personal problems and asked for donations? Tan the Man, I'm not really a big Facebooker. I go there occasionally. I've just been really busy. I've been moving furniture. I'm getting the house renovated. I've had my children's bedrooms painted. I've got new wardrobes coming in. I've got a few personal things. I just haven't had a lot of spare time. But I do appreciate the sentiment. And I love Tim Mosso. By the way, Tan, I haven't had that phone hookup yet. I don't know if I should push it, just leave it. You know, that corporate deal we were working on. I'm not sure. I don't want to be a pain in the ass. I don't. But in the same token, I really do need corporate sponsorship. I would like to be powered by a certain company. So it's hard to say. But David SW has been very good to me. He's renewed for another month. I love David SW. By the way, guys, if you are looking for a watch, go and check out David SW. Yankee Doodle, $5. I'm sending you a paid review, but you must promise that you will not do it.
Here are some pictures that match.
Hey, Google, what's Google doing? Yeah, Yankee Doodle, I'll do anything you want, man. You are one of the legends on these super chats. Blue Shirt Buddha, I love you. Blue Shirt Buddha's been very supportive of me, and I do appreciate it. Oh, here's a very good one. Tanzeel in the Porsche. By the way, guys, I've seriously been considering getting a Mazda Miata. I'm going to sell one of the Paddocks. I want to buy a Miata. It's an MX-5. Why not a Porsche? I'm scared of service costs. Why not a second-hand Mercedes SLK or a C-Class? I'm scared of service costs. I want something reliable that works. I'm not here to impress anyone. I am not someone who's a poser. I don't want to be a poser. That's it. I don't want to be a poser. Tanzeel, $5. Arch, what are the cheapest Porsche 944s in Australia, and would you consider purchasing? Why and why not? Look, the 994, you got to remember, the 994 is an 80s, 90s car, okay? They last ended as a 968. That's what they developed into. How cheap are they? You can get one for under 10,000 Australian. The condition, that is the big determining factor. I do love the Porsche 944. I was actually, I got to tell you this now, man. No lies, because I like to tell the truth. Let's call up a Porsche 944 just so people can see what we are talking about. Look, I got to tell you, man. I've always loved the 944. I even love the 924, which is what the 944 evolved from. I love it. The problem is they're getting old. Okay, they're 20 to 30 years old. Okay, 20 to 30-year-old car has certain problems. Okay, I am not very. I love cars, but as far as mechanics go, I don't know how to pull an engine apart. I wouldn't even know where to start. I know a little bit. I can check the oil, check the water, the fluids, and a little bit of rudimentary mucking around. But I can change a tire, but that's about the limit of my mechanical prowess. So I think they're a little bit old, as reliable transport. And also, when they're that old, you're going to be a bit tatty. The interior is going to be tatty. The paint's going to be shot. Because we got a very hot climate here. So a lot of the cars here, we don't have the rust problems, but we do have the issue with, we don't have the rust, but we do have issue with the faded, crappy paint. So you got to remember that. You got to remember that. So a Porsche 944, I love a 944. However, they're a bit old, problematic. They're quite reasonable in the Porsche. I saw a great video, Outlaw, Angus Walker. Angus Walker, he loves them. And I love these underdog Porsches. So I would, I'd definitely consider, but look, they're just too old. And they're too old. Tanzeel, $5. Name 3 alternative roadsters that you would consider if you were not to get the Miata. Convertible sports, and that will jive with your blue velvet gig. Okay, you know, number 1, you're not going to believe this one. How about a Ford Capri convertible? In the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, Ford released a convertible sports car called the Ford Capri. It also came to America as a Lincoln or a Mercury convertible. Yeah, search. Let's call this one up. You guys, well, this was actually developed in Australia. It was a Ford Capri convertible. So now the Capri name was actually a UK nameplate. But the Ford Capri, I always thought they were rather cool. They were very late. They were the poor man's Miata, okay? Late 80s, early 90s. There you go. That's the Ford Capri. Okay, so that's number 1. Number two, what else is a good little sports car? I tell you what else I would do. There is a great thing called the Suzuki Cappuccino. Okay, Suzuki Cappuccino. There you go. A Suzuki Cappuccino. Okay, that's they weren't officially imported into Australia, but they do have a few grey market imports. Few grey market imports. The Suzuki Cappuccino. And as a third one, you know what else I would go for? This is a perfect car. And before you say plastic water pump, let's just have a look at a BMW 2 Series convertible. What do you think of that? A BMW 2 Series convertible. And I kind of think the BMW could be an absolute pocket rocket, depending on which engine you chose there. Stay away from the diesel. I heard the diesels have a lot of problems. The 2-litre 4 is probably the 4-pot motor you'd go for. Plastic water pump. Just be aware of that. The Honda 2000, that's another great car. They're actually quite collectible and getting expensive. I was going to mention the Honda 2000. Highly collectible now, not cheap. Very, very. They were a 2-litre naturally aspirated motor. Amazing car. Probably a little bit expensive and short on the ground. Hard to find a good one of those. Get the Bond Roadster. That's the Z3. Look, I love this. When the Z3 came out, I was so in love with it. It came out in the late 90s with GoldenEye, the James Bond movie. But I got to tell you, that 1.8-litre motor they had in it was very underpowered. And I think an old BMW is asking for trouble. That's just my opinion there, just my opinion. And here we go, Tanzeel, $5. AC3, did you know that BMW will charging a monthly subscription for features such as heated seats? Thoughts? Wow, how does that work, man? Did you know BMW will be charging a monthly subscription for features as heated seats? Very interesting concept. Very interesting concept. Yeah, how does that's actually pretty good idea. That's actually clever. I don't know. See, the thing is, if people could cheat it, they will. Honda Prelude 1996, great car. The Honda Prelude is not a convertible. Honda Prelude was an amazing car. They also had a four-wheel steering version of the Honda Prelude. I always loved the Honda Prelude. Was always a pretty expensive car in Australia. Wonderful car. I had a friend who had one. I loved them. I thought they were very, very classy, especially for a blue velvet gig. RPM $7. Pontiph, do you have a prayer for plastic water pumps? Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Yeah, plastic water pumps. Scotty Kilmer, tune in to Scotty Kilmer. He will tell you all about these things. But yeah, you got to be careful. You know, what I'm trying to say is a lot of these cars here are very affordable, but are they going to be long-term propositions? There's no point spending all your money on a car and then having massive repair bills. When you're buying a second-hand car, you're buying someone else's problems. Never forget that. So you've always got to be a little bit careful and aware of these things here. You've got to be aware of it. Tan the man, Tanzeel. The Zeal is out today. Tanzeel, $5. If you were to charge a subscription to wear 5 identical Pateks, how much would you charge monthly for a young punter to lease your Patek, price per watch? Very interesting concept. There's actually been a few companies that have done that. I've never liked that concept. My watches are mine. They're for me to hoard and possess. The problem with Pateks is they are extremely delicate, precious metal dress watches on a leather strap. Then you've got to buy your own. As my old man said, I said to my father, I said, could I please lend your Mercedes? He said, sure, just go down to, I'll drive you down there. Buy one. They're beautiful. You don't lend your car and you don't lend your watch. Okay, you just don't do that. That's a concept I don't really like there. It's like Toro or eToro. You know, these. When I own a car, I don't want any other bastard to drive it. It's my car, and you know, if you want one, you buy one yourself. You don't go and I don't understand why people want to. I don't lease my watch. Someone said, "Could I lend this?" No, you can't. Go away. My Pateks are my Pateks. If you want one, buy one. There's no stopping you buying a Patek Philippe. You can buy one, you know, but they're not really for lend. I don't really lend my stuff. My stuff is my stuff. So that's the way I see it. It's not for lending. I don't like to lend stuff. I mean, if you want a Patek, you got to buy one. I don't lend Pateks. You know, you got to be careful. Once they ding it or scratch it, you might charge. Say you charge $500 to lend it for a week. Well, you know, then if it's, you can only polish it so many times. It's mine. I don't share. It's like having a girlfriend or a wife. You don't really share them, do you? Do you share them? They're mine. I bought them to hoard and possess, not to share with people. I don't really like sharing things, you know. You know, my mother used to say to me, I loved my mother, and she used to say when friends were coming over, put your good toys away, otherwise you're going to have to share it with these other kids. That's what my mother used to say. Put the good stuff away. Put it away in the cupboard so they don't break the bloody stuff. Okay? That's what my mother used to say. Put your good toys away. These kids are coming over soon. Bring out the crap. That's what my mother used to say. Okay? It's the same with this. They're not for sharing. I don't share things. It doesn't quite work like that. Tanzeel, $5. Describe the car that most fits the Describe the car. I think he means watch that most fits the following cars. BMW 3 Series. I would say Tag Heuer. Maybe a Caliber 12. Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Rolex Datejust, I would say. Datejust 41. Porsche 911. Two-tone bluesy, I would say. Ferrari 360. Ferrari 360 is getting a bit long in the tooth. I actually like the shape. I would say for a Ferrari 360, AP offshore diver, and McLaren F1, Richard Mille, I would say. Very good question there. Very, very good question. Actually, that was a really good. I enjoyed answering that. Tan the man. But as I was saying, that I don't like to lend things, or I don't do that. You don't lend your car to someone. That's a dumb idea. Then you get angry when they damage it. No. You want to have Sir Reginald Ansett said to the young Bob Ansett. Bob Ansett said, "Hey, Dad, can I lend one of your cars?" Sir Reginald Ansett said, "Have you ever heard of Avis?" Okay, that's the answer. You don't lend cars, okay? Tan the man, rooted rotor, respect. Rooted rotor, respect. Yes, sir, indeed. So, guys, this has been the show. I'd lend the Alfa Romeo as it doesn't work. The problem with the Alfa Romeo, I loved Alfa Romeos. You know, I particularly loved the GTV, the GTV Spider, the Spider, the GT, the Barrera. I love them, but they're just garbage. Alfa Romeo, honestly, is just garbage. They are rubbish, absolute rubbish. I mean, it's unfortunate to say, but they're crap. Okay, I wish it wasn't the case. They're just garbage. Super chat from Tan the Man, $5. Name one watch that the following treacherous snakes own that you wish they'd lend to you. Clive, minuscule cack dangler. I'd like to lend off him his Aquanaut. Gin Tingler, the Explorer 136 mil, the Dog Trainer. I'd want to lend his Rolex Hulk, and Hisham. I'd want to lend Hisham's Daytona. Yankee Doodle coming in very fine form, $5. If your eldest son wanted to lend your car in order to take your Paddock 5196 to the pawn shop, you wouldn't do it. I have already said for him, he's not getting any of the Paddocks. Okay, when I divorced my first wife, I basically gave her the equity in the home and said, "This is the kids' inheritance. Make sure you pass it on to them because they are getting nothing else." And I've had children with the Japanese lady, and I got a responsibility to those kids now. So to be honest with you, I wouldn't. The other kids have failed the Paddock test. The kids with the Japanese lady, I want to give them a Paddock each on my death. I got a lot of living to do. If this weight loss thing kicks in, I got many years left. Sword 20, Sound 20, just started my watch collection with a black AP Royal Oak Chrono 2014, nice watch. A blue Vacheron Constantine Overseas 2019, that's another very nice watch. I hope you didn't pay retail, but that's still a beautiful watch. Just added a Breguet 7067 white gold 2020, beautiful watch. The Vacheron depreciates once you step out of the boutique. Yes. But I got to be honest with you, Sal. Those are three amazing stunners. The Breguet, I think in some ways that may be nicer than any Patek. That is just such a classic. I don't think it's got the retained value of a Patek, but it's just gorgeous. The AP Royal Oak Chrono, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. AP Chrono is an amazing thing. That is beautiful. And you've also got the Vacheron Overseas Chrono. They're amazing. Okay, forget that. You know what? Just enjoy your watch. Don't trade them in. But you know, if you're going to keep them, I'd rather have that stuff than Rolex. I think that stuff is better. Guys, it's been 30 minutes. I want to thank you for coming today. I really do appreciate it. This really means a lot to me because I do need these super chats to keep me going full-time on YouTube. I want to thank you. I'll be doing another show tomorrow, same time, same channel. I was hoping we could get a treacherous snake on, but it might be a little bit early, which is okay. It's okay. So guys, take care. I love yous all. Thank you for the super chats, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys. I love yous all.